Georgetown.
And we started off this morning quite early.
So in Penang there's a free shuttle which loops the entire city. So we just got one and came here to this street called
Lebuh Tamil. It's now 8 a.m. and we are here at Pasar Chaurasta, which is the main morning market area in Georgetown. So we're just going to explore this a little bit and see what we can find.
we have come to this area where we're seeing a lot of food stalls, a lot of barbecue stalls too. And it's so noisy. Just look at this Chinese temple. The carvings are so intricate and it looks so colorful. We are in Georgetown, which is supposed to be the most colorful city in Malaysia. In fact, it is the second most populated city here, having a population close to 1 million.
So Georgetown is actually located on the island side of Penang. Penang is also there on the other side, which is where we ended up taking the ferry from yesterday. Now today we are just exploring the old streets. After visiting the market, this is our second stop.
Here. It will be on the YouTube, yeah?
Yeah.
Polish group.
Ah, nice to meet you.
Beautiful girl.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are now in Little India and the first thing we see as soon as we entered was this big garlands of flowers. We just got the South Indian masala vada. It was just 80 cents per piece. I'm gonna give it a try. I just got a chili. It's soft inside and crispy outside. And it's really hot and nice. I liked it. Wanna try?
Oops. What are we doing, Trish?
We're gonna take the jaw stick and light it up and do our prayers. Okay, so while we are praying, there's one big box which is filled with sticks like these. While praying, we need to shake it, and finally, after shaking for some time, one stick will fall out on the floor, and that is supposed to be the answer for your prayer. And if you go and present this stick at the desk nearby, they will give you the answer in the form of a paper like this. This is written in Chinese, so now we have to translate this and see what it
on
says
the
in
board
English.
here. But we don't know if we've done it exactly right. So if you know, like if we should have done something more accurately, please tell us, because we don't really know, and we just saw others doing it and we followed the same method. Okay.
Okay, it says number 6 here. And let's find number 6 on this board. This is 5. This is 6. Find your luck elsewhere. Be prudent and cautious in your bearing, and things will go well for you. Now I'm hungry, that means it's lunchtime for both of us. Based on a local's recommendation, we have come here for lunch. It's called Woodlands, and it's supposed to be a pure vegetarian restaurant.
And of course, after coming to Penang, which is like the Tamil capital of this part of Malaysia, we can't like not go to a Tamil restaurant, right? So that's why we are here.
Look how big this thali is. It's a vegetarian meal set, and we have got 2 types of dry palyas, which is like curry, which will go with the rice. We have got buttermilk, rasam and dal, and also most importantly 2 pakkats, which I'm sure Navneet will take both of them. And I've got my filter coffee. They have served coffee in the traditional South Indian style with a cup and a cup. Basically, you can drink from both of them. What to eat? There's so many varieties.
Okay.
I'm gonna try the aloo gadde because it's very close to French fries. It's so spicy.
Yeah.
It's nice. Oh, we've got dried chili also. This is super spicy and my favorite. Navneet doesn't like it so much.
I do. I like the seeds inside.
Okay, I like the entire thing.
Another very important thing is that they give you free water.
And it's so spicy, all of them. I'm loving it.
Okay.
Keep on. That was a very nice meal, and I'm full now. What do we do next?
Nap time.
I have just had my coffee. I can't go to nap. Let's walk around.
Okay. So now we go down to the jetty.
And maybe I want to go and find that swing mural art.
Oh yeah, so there's supposed to be like this very famous, I think it's more famous because of Instagram, but there's a mural of 2 kids on a swing, and then you can also join them in the painting. Wondering how that works.
Swing unknown.
We're right now at the Clan Jetties of Georgetown, and we learned that there's only one which the public can really access, and that's this one, which is called as the Chu Jetty. So a lot of history actually sits right here in these jetties, because earlier today we learned that the Chinese explorers, merchants came here and built their first settlement. Well, this was the exact place where these merchants arrived. So you can see a lot of houses like the one behind Shish and me right now, where many of the Chinese built traditional houses on stilts, and even today you can see them preserved as it is. It's part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so of course they have to maintain it exactly the way it is supposed to be. And of course things haven't changed one bit. The flooring is all wooden boards. There are lots of shops and little restaurants and cafes here, which I think is how the local families make their living.
So this jetty is like really small. I actually expected it to be like a long walk, but yeah, once we came here we realized that it's very touristy, and there are so many shops selling souvenirs and a lot of cafes, as Navneet told.
Yeah, but the thing to note about this is, like, we did a little bit more research on the internet, and it says that this is the only one where tourists are invited to come and see, which I guess is why things look the way they are right now. There are 4 other jetties on the other side, which where a lot of other clans live. Apparently, those are more real and authentic, but they don't really allow tourists to go. I don't know. We'll probably walk by that and see if we can go inside.
But the views from this jetty are really nice. We can see all the other jetties and all the houses, stilt houses basically from here. It looks really colorful. And also we can see Penang on the other side of the
true.
water. Yeah.
And one more thing that I forgot to tell is we learned that there were actually a lot more jetties over here, but most of them have been broken down because new construction has led to big skyscrapers coming up here, and many people don't really like to live here anymore because one, it's wooden houses on stilts on the open sea.
Yeah.
So they would rather live safely in an apartment, which is what a lot of the younger generations are doing.
We are doing this for the first time. We just picked up these 2 very cute postcards. They are the street arts of Georgetown. So we want to give this to you. We're going to pick 2 of you from the comments below and we're going to send this over to you. It might not come from Malaysia, but we will send it across to you from wherever we are.
And we just found the toilet here.
It's just a hole in the floor.
And if you litter this, it's a 500 ringgit fine. So while we were buying those postcards, the man at the shop told us that it's not a problem if you want to visit the other jetties. It's possible to come here. So we came to this one. So that's why we came here to Clan Jetty. And this one has very few people, just a single lane. For the longest time, this entire region was under the occupation of the British, just like the East India Company had occupied India. So this actually, Georgetown actually happened to be the first settlement for the British when they came towards Southeast Asia. And this is where they moved from to go towards the southern parts of Malaysia, to Singapore, and further on to Indonesia. And what's interesting here is, even before the British came, for nearly 1,000 years, the Chinese actually lived there. They were the first ones to actually come here and set up a settlement. So Georgetown ended up becoming one of those multicultural places because first those Chinese inhabitants created their community and built their houses, and then eventually when the British came, they brought along many Indians from India, from southern India specifically, and that's how the Tamil community became very prominent here in Penang. And Georgetown is said to be home to quite a few Tamil people, and if you haven't watched our video yesterday, you should probably check it out, because there we went to a very important Tamil temple, and it was also Shivratri, one of the most important festivals here in, not just here actually, for Hindus all over the world. So yeah, the culture here is therefore a melting pot. The Chinese, the Malays, Indian, and of course whatever was left behind by the British as a part of their culture, all of that coexists here in Georgetown.
Because the city is filled with a lot of heritage, culture, and the old houses preserved as they are, this entire city is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Did you find anything vegetarian?
No.